Yeah. So look at my ears. Look at my head. You see my head? The fuck is that? What the fuck, man? Okay. So, you know, growing up as a kid, I used to ride the bikes. I mean, I was active. You know, I grew up with Spanish folks, so my parents weren't the ones that were. I guess, too in tuned with school and shit like that. I remember telling my father, I want to be in a football team. He's like, all right, join. Like, damn. Like, he wasn't like, all right, well, come on, let me go sign you up. Let me be involved, to sign you up at least, whatever, right? So I guess it's my fault, being at that age, where I wanted to do things and I didn't know how to express it, right? Okay, and first of all, at 5 years old, I got hit with diabetes. I'm gonna say I was molested, because I was, right? I don't want to get too much into the details. No, it wasn't a family member. All right, it wasn't none of my people. And well, then again, that probably had something to do with my psychology, right? Not to mention the diabetes. That would kick my ass, Okay, so in high school, right, I'm diagnosed at 5 years old. We know that. In high school, I started hanging out with the smokers, with the weed smokers. With the weed smokers, all right? Big fuck up. Big fuck up. Big fuck up. People smoking weed. I mean, it was a thing back then, man. I was smoking weed like shit. Like, I was like a real fiend, right? Cigarettes. Drinking beers. Terrible. Worst decision ever. Worst. I didn't have anybody to actually say, you know what, probably shouldn't. Nobody. I mean, my dad, my parents, you know what I mean? But there was no real rebel. And I'm going to come to that. No real rebel on that shit. It was just the people I was around, man. I wish I could have been around other people. It's just what attracted me to it, man. So thank you to my friends, right? Thank you to, quote unquote, thank you to my people, right? Fuck weed, I hate it. I hate smoking anything. I don't recommend it for nobody. Fuck that. Okay, so I'm in high school. A lot of weed smoking, right? So eventually it led me down to a path where I'm 240 pounds. So sometime out of high school probably, right? I'm skipping school. I really fucked up. I look at myself like I fucked up, right? Because I'm a disciplined person. You got to be disciplined. You have to be. I'm 37 now, and where's my life, right? I have no career. I have nothing. I have no money, right? I have nothing, right? But here I am, right? I look at myself and I am stronger, way stronger than others. Fuck others. Others are pieces of shit. If you gotta face the shit that I had to, shit, you probably kill yourself. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, fuck that. Diabetes is a ass beater. Say that shit to anybody. Now, in this day and age, diabetes, there's a lot more information, period. But growing up the way I did, man, if I would have, I wouldn't have been where I've been. Sorry. I didn't have people. I wish I didn't. I'm the only type 1 diabetic around my shit that I knew of, right? I'm sorry. This is gonna develop a lot more, because this is some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lot stronger than other people look at me. It sucks. It fucking sucks. And I'm complaining about life to that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm complaining about that shit. You know, that's what this channel is for. Type 1 diabetes. Yeah, so, I mean, I was a smoker, man. I wish I never did that. I wish I never smoked. Here's the tip. Well, this is for back in the days. Something that actually probably saved my life way too late was, well, I'm not even gonna say that. But yeah, I'm 37. It's been very, very difficult for me to lose fat, right? So, you know, who's gonna listen to my story? I don't know. But also, I have been very dedicated to running. So there was a point in time in my life where I said, I have to stop smoking. I stopped smoking. I do not smoke. I do not recommend any smoking. I don't care what it is, vaping, I don't give a fuck what it is. Tuba smoke, air smoke, I don't give a fuck. Don't smoke. Terrible. But there was a point in time where I was running each and every night. I used to be a runner, right? So after the smoking, I had to find myself. Run. I used to be a big-ass runner. I used to wake up at 4 a.m. to go run because I had to be at work at a certain time, right? Yeah, I was vicious with it. But where's my credit, right? You know, nobody's going to say, oh, you're this. I used to run 7 miles in an hour. That was my average. Now, remember, I'm a diabetic. The feelings you get when you were high or low. I didn't have a CGM back then. I didn't have those devices. I'm running on by myself. Ooh. Nobody ever. Oh, I don't get the credit that's due. Ooh. I don't get the credit that's due, and that's what the next video is going to be on.